Now to the search for a missing 6-year-old boy who hasn't been seen by his family in nearly a week. Brittany Ford has more on where things stand this morning. Brittany.
Well, guys, good morning. Some huge developments overnight in this case. Texas EquuSearch and Houston police wrapped up their investigation here at this apartment complex in the Webster area, and they did not leave empty-handed. Take a look at this video. Our cameras were rolling as police towed this black Dodge away from the complex. It's believed to be tied to the investigation into little Samuel Olsen's disappearance. Now, this is just a heartbreaking story. Samuel's family shared these photos of the 6-year-old with us last night. Houston police say the last time anyone saw the boy outside of his family was over a month ago when he was at school. His grandmother tells us they're just desperate for answers.
Really are confused about everything that was going on at the moment. And it's just about bringing Sam home safe.
Now, investigators and searchers have been focusing on this complex. They searched on ATVs last night and spent hours combing through the area. This is where they believe Samuel may have been last. Now, it's about a half an hour away from the Southwest Houston home EquuSearch says Olsen was reported missing from. But Tim Miller, the head of the Texas EquuSearch, tells us they don't think this is going to end very happily. But of course, Houston police say they're not going to let any stone unturned on this. So hoping for a happy ending, guys. Going to continue to follow this, but I'll send it back to you.
Yes, Brittany, terrible story, but some closure needed either way there. All right, thank you. We will check back in with you in just a little bit. Meantime, we will continue to follow all of this breaking news throughout the morning on air and online at KHOU.com. You can also get the latest alerts on our KHOU 11 mobile app.